Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello and welcome to Footy Judge Mo, people. You know what to do. Hit that like button because Liverpool probably lost the title as the meltdown is crazy, bro. Is absolutely nuts. I've never seen a meltdown like this when a team is joint top second by goal difference. I've never seen something like this ever in my life. The meltdown is crazy by Liverpool fans. Everywhere you go. Like I did a video earlier and people are commenting, we lost the title already. We lost the title already. The amount of, I don't know how to say, the amount of non-existent faith in these players and this manager is absolutely crazy. 7 games left, you're 71 points, and you're tied with Arsenal, who have a tougher run than you, and you say the title is over for us. You really think low of that team, Liverpool fans. You don't think that this team is good enough to win the rest of the games. Look at the difference in your fan base, Arsenal and Man City, who both of them are saying it's our title. It's crazy. And listen, we'll talk about that. Man United, though, didn't do a lot in the game, but actually embarrassed Liverpool, to be honest. He did. Kwanzaa made a mistake. We'll see who made the mistake, right? Who made the mistakes at Liverpool? Is it Jurgen Klopp? Is it the players? But also, on the other topic is that Chelsea again collapse again. It's again and again and again and again. Pot shout is trending again. The players collapse. The club is collapsed. And people are saying, fold it, sack him now. We had a chance to go to the top 6 if we win this game. And they were in control. Madueke scored an amazing and a brilliant goal just for them to bottle it at the end against Sheffield United. And we'll be joined by Deji, of course, and he will tell us all about Spurs. Where are they going to finish in the league? Top 3 is on for them and all this stuff because they had a good game. But listen, I want to welcome everyone that joined us, starting from Michael Griggs with his star boy Mainoo scoring a wonder goal. Mike, how are you doing?
Doing good, bro. It's a beautiful Sunday outside. The weather's nice. Got WrestleMania tonight. I dealt the jab to Liverpool's title hopes. My star boy scored the goal. If Wan-Bissaka didn't have a bad moment, I would have been with a lot more chest. Because if Kobe Mainoo had scored the winner at Old Trafford against Liverpool and dealt a bigger blow to the title hopes, I would have had a lot more chest. But it was a draw at the end of the day, so we have small chest today. It's not as big. It could have been better. It could have been worse.
Shaz, how are you doing? You like you look like you're getting out of jail, bro. Like what is it?
Bro,
Smile, bro. It's all right. It's just football.
I'm happy to be in the chat with you, man. Everyone hit the likes and all that good stuff. But in relation to my team, back here again. When he gets Griggs' team in the week, and then we're back to square one. I literally said to you guys, kid you not, before the goal winning, I said 2-2, like Brentford. I also said during the week, we're probably going to draw this game.
Yeah, listen, it's gonna.
My face is just
that's
kind of like saddened, but like, yeah.
It's a positive Liverpool fan, bro. Did you get a haircut or just?
I'm just. It's Sunday. I'm lazy. Whatever. I'm letting it lay down.
Yeah. Martin. Oh, look at the smile on his face, bro. Look at the smile and the jersey.
I'm just chilling, bro. It's fine.
Just chilling. We'll be joined by Deji people. Listen, over 200 people here right off the bat. Let's get to 150 likes right off. Guys, the like button, the target right now is 300 to 400 likes live. And the target is 500 likes on the replay. So if you're watching this now, everything you're doing, just leave it, close the live chat, hit that like button. Let's get to 150 likes. Come on, people. And if you're watching this on the replay, the like button is going to be underneath the video. Hit the like button and then come chat with us. And of course, with the super chats, you know what we're going to do, guys? Get your super chats in. We'll do all of them. We'll respond to them. We'll give them like 15, 20 minutes. We'll respond to every single one of them. And the groom of the day is joining us, actually. He's right here. And here we go. What's up, Deji? How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, Mo. I mean, you caught me at a good time. My team took 3 points today. And, we keep marching on, and as a minimum, I expect top 4 from my club. And we're doing what we need to do. So, yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. Some of you are used to winning. Some of you haven't seen a win in ages. So I'm looking forward to the debate tonight.
Yeah. But listen, there's only one place to start, people. So like the video, and it is Liverpool. And actually, let's start by something. Everyone is saying it's not a penalty, by the way. Everyone is saying it's not a penalty. Martin, what do you think?
I don't think it was because the initial, like he pulls out of the initial effort and he doesn't actually contact him. And then from that point, I think Elliott starts going down before he gets to Wan-Bissaka. But Wan-Bissaka can't complain because he went in like with his trademark, I'm going to slide tackle everyone move. And, you know, he left himself there to be tripped over. But essentially, the initial contact that I thought was there wasn't there.
Do you think it matters? Does anybody think it matters, that penalty at all? Do you think it matters in the title race? Do you think that is a bad call, that Liverpool shouldn't be complaining about referees if they get a call like this?
I think it's good for Liverpool to get a break, as
yeah.
far as like from the VAR side. But other than that, I think it keeps them in the race. If they'd lost, I think they would have been out for sure.
I actually think it's a penalty. But anyway, listen, I want to start with Griggs, actually. Go ahead. What do you want to do? You want to say something, Deji?
No, I said I thought it was a pen. I think
I changed my mind to non-penalty, and then I changed my mind again to a penalty. I watched it again.
I think it was a pen. I mean, look,
But that tells me we cannot. That VAR couldn't change it, guys. Like the way we're talking,
It was not a clear and obvious error.
Exactly. Like, he can't change it. Deji, what were you saying?
Yeah, no, I just say when you go to ground like that in the box, you have to be sure that you're going to get contact on the ball first. If not, don't go to ground. And I just thought, for as good as Wan-Bissaka has been, that was like a rookie mistake. You know, you don't need to, because I think if he stays standing, the ball probably goes wide. Do you know what I mean? And why he felt the need to kind of just rush and go down like that, it's just stupid. And you give the opposition the opportunity for things like what happened, and you brought Liverpool back into the game. I wasn't convinced. I actually thought, Man United still this from Liverpool, and as my learned friend said earlier. And then it's just it's basically Arsenal, Man City. And then what that's done is it's just brought Liverpool, it brought them some lifeline. It kept them in the race. But yeah, it's a rookie mistake. And, Bissaka will be looking back at it and he'll be kicking himself. And, Man U fans, as soon as they saw it, they went, "You muppet." That's exactly what they said. They didn't say it ain't a pen. They went, "Oh, you muppet. Why? Why now? Why then? The game is done." And so that's how you know that it was just foolish. And that's the thing. You talk about decision making in football. These guys are paid big boy money and they still make these type of mistakes. But I know it's high pressure situation. But anyone coming out and saying it's not a clear pen, I mean, crikey. I mean, you're really clutching at straws here, man. It's stupid. What you should be saying is it was dumb and he should never do it again. That's what you should be saying.
Yeah. Griggs, what are you saying about the game, though? Erik ten Hag in now?
No. First of all, I want to give a special shout out to my academy, as I like to call it, La Carrington. It's a special institution. And today, Mainoo saved me, and Willie Kambwala was absolutely excellent next to Harry Maguire today. So what a performance by him. The first half was one of the worst first halves I've ever seen Man United play, and that's saying something because I've seen a lot of bad first halves from Man United. But we walked into halftime with 0 shots at all. Not even 0 shots on target, just 0 shots in general. It was pathetic at Old Trafford. I could tell the players were kind of tired from the Chelsea game a little bit after like the first 10 minutes, after the adrenaline left them a little bit. But shout out to Joao Kwanzaa. He gave me the lifeline with that pass to Bruno. And I'm so thankful that actually fell to Bruno because he's probably the only player on that team that would even think to shoot from that position. Everyone else would have probably just passed it. Bruno is Bruno, right? So he sees the goalkeeper off his line. He's like, I'm going to shoot it no matter what. And he got the goal. And from then, Old Trafford kind of got the spirits got lifted. We got the momentum, and then my star boy, Kobbie Mainoo. I've said it for months now. Remember the name. This is a special player. He wasn't even that good today. Today was one of his worst performances. I don't think he was that good today. But special players make special plays, and that goal was special. None of my forwards can even score that. Rashford's not scoring that. Anthony's not scoring that. Højlund's not scoring that. Garnacho's not scoring that. That was a great, great finish, and I'm very happy for him. I thought his second half was really good. And yeah, it was more about, actually, I'm not going to lie, it was more about Liverpool being bad. The amount of chances that Darwin Núñez got. Mohamed Salah, we all talk, he's meant to be the best player in the league, right? He's earned that respect. But right now, in this title run-in right now, I'm not seeing Mohamed Salah rise up. Today, he should have scored at least a brace. He could have created a couple goals. Darwin Núñez, I know that's Das's boy with all the chaos ball. I thought he was terrible. Szoboszlai, the Hungarian Steven Gerrard, as some people called him earlier in the year. Where was he today? I thought Luis Diaz was good, to be fair. I thought he had a good game. So I think Liverpool were poor. United took advantage of their opportunities that they got. I thought we were the better team for like the last 20 minutes. And like Deji said, Wan-Bissaka, what on earth made you think that you just could slide in? It's not like you're going up against like Mbappe, who can beat you 1v1. You're going up against Harvey Elliott. It's not like some special 1v1 winger. You're a good defensive fullback. You should be able to win the ball off him without sliding in like a madman. So I thought he cost us the game. I don't think Liverpool were going to come back if we didn't concede that pen, by the way. I thought we would have seen out the game. Old Trafford was rocking. I just didn't see him get a second.
That's facts.
We had the opportunities on the counterattack. We had all those chances. So in terms of Liverpool, we're lucky, and we could have dealt a bigger blow, like a knockdown blow, where they could have been down for like an 8 count. Instead, now we just give them a little jab. So they're still technically in the title race. They're tied on goal difference. So, but the only thing is, though, is now no longer in their destiny. Now the title is in Arsenal's hands. Now they control their own destiny. It's up to them to do that. So we did our job. You're welcome, Gunners. We're not gonna bow over when you come to Old Trafford in May. That's gonna be so. You have to beat that test as well. Like Liverpool.
I've got no idea how you guys did it because it was a ridiculous result at the end of the day. And
I have one last thing to say about Jurgen Klopp real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Jurgen Klopp, when he comes to Old Trafford with stakes on the line, uncomfortable conversations. Yeah, you beat us 5-0 in 21-22 when Ole was getting the sack anyway. Oh, you beat us in lockdown. But 18-19, when you win the title race with Man City, an injury-depleted Man United, you got the 0-0 draw. 19-20, you came in with your winning streak. Was it like 37 games or something, like 27 games, something like that? We got the 1-1 draw. FA Cup with a quadruple on the line. You held the loss. And now, within your title race, this is probably your hardest game remaining, in my opinion, because you got to go to Old Trafford, a grand line you're not that really good at. You couldn't beat Man United and Spurs, but that's at Anfield, to be fair. So I guess it'll be, but at Old Trafford, you couldn't beat United twice this season. This is the worst United team of my lifetime, and you couldn't beat them either 3 times, but twice in the Premier League. You had 90 shots on goal over across 3 games, and you didn't beat us once. That's a player issue, and Jurgen Klopp, maybe a couple tactical changes could have been done. You couldn't beat Eric Ten Hag out of 3 shots. Every other coach has outcoached Ten Hag. Pochettino even outcoached Ten Hag a couple days ago, and they'd be yelling Poch out for like the last 6 months anyway. It's uncomfortable.
I think Mainoo's going to have like 2 years career if you guys leave him alone in the midfield like that. I've never seen a player like have to do so much. And for him to pull that goal out was just crazy. So, yeah, I've been giving him some crap, but he deserves a lot of credit for like actually being the adult in the room.
Yeah, before we go to that, Ches, you were saying something about the game this morning before you kind of
like, it was a good game, and Greg's assessment is spot on, man. Like Liverpool were very raceful, and obviously it reminds everybody about the FA Cup game where they dominated the second half of the first half. Probably should have scored 3-4 goals that game. This game was very, very similar where they just should have scored more goals. And you just knew it was going to be a rinse and repeat because the way they were missing it is like I said in the group chat, it looked like they just didn't want to win. It literally looked like they didn't want to win. The way Szoboszlai and Salah were just measly taking their shots, making poor decisions in the final third, etc., was happening way too frequently to think they were actually going to win the game. So Mainoo scored. I genuinely was saying to myself, they're not going to win this game. So even if they get a draw, that's a title race over. Because I said in this stream that if one team was going to drop points early,
you think the title race is over for them? They're equal in points with us.
The problem is that they're coming up against City, an Arsenal team that are very, very like hungry for it. So I'm not saying they're not hungry for it too, but out of the 3 teams, they're the team that I think, for example, it's not even in their hands anymore. So regardless of whether I think they'll do it or not, it doesn't change the fact that Arsenal, if they win all their games, win the league. And for me, City, the way they're playing with KDB back, I can't see no reason why they can't win every one of their games too. So now we're literally just talking about, are Liverpool going to drop points potentially? Another draw, maybe Spurs. Are Arsenal going to drop points? I think they will drop points too. Maybe not a loss, but a draw. So for me, it's in City's hands. Not mathematically, but City are probably thinking, if we just win all our games, there's a high probability Arsenal will either drop points to Tottenham away or Manchester United away. And is their league to win. So that's me thinking biased, or there's no point of view there. It's just me objective. So the reason why I thought Liverpool won't win the league today is because the way they played. You don't waste that many opportunities. Man United weren't that good. It wasn't like we just sitting here saying they were sick, Ten Hag done a madness. They just weren't clinical. And when the going gets tough, unfortunately, Liverpool fans, and you're in title races, you don't win. Hold that. When Liverpool in title races, they just don't win it. It's a fact. Now my man below me can start saying, "Oh yeah, but we won the league that year. You won a Canton, and you won it by like Christmas time, and you won the yeah. That's actually sick, fair play. But when you're in title race with City, you've lost every single one, and this looks like you might even lose it to Arteta in his first proper like rebuild after the summer, right? You might lose it to a rookie manager. What's that going to say to a manager then? We're going to have serious conversations. You better damn hope Arteta don't win that league. As a Chelsea fan saying that because it will piss me off. And also from your own manager's perspective, that's an embarrassment. The fact you didn't beat Manchester United as well, after drawing with what? Brentford and Chelsea beat them. Chelsea. You couldn't even beat Sheffield. Come on, man. Come on. Disrespectful, innit? So, listen, it's not over because they can still win it. But I just think the way it will go through is a high chance Man City win the league again. Because I can't see Arsenal like not losing a game. I don't think they'll lose a game. They could easily draw Arsenal could draw against Tottenham or what's the other one? Manchester United away from home. So that's the way I'm seeing it. And Liverpool is tough. Like it's gonna be tough now. Because Arsenal
it's not even remotely over. Like I don't want to jump in for you, Mike, but I think the team that wins it needs 90 points. And I think that Arsenal, if we win all ours, we get 92. So I still think there's room for either team.
Based on how people talk, they might be 90.
92 is the maximum.
Points.
92 is the maximum. Maximum.
Yeah. Because people are saying that Man City will win every single game.
No, I'm just saying.
People are really thinking that Man City will win every single game.
Why can't they, Mo? Why can't they?
I'm not saying they can or they cannot. I'm saying that I think it's unlikely. Have you seen the way they play? Yeah, their offensive line bailed them out. They're wide open in the back. Like, are we saying that this team that played against a shit Crystal Palace and conceded 2 goals will not concede against Fulham or Spurs or Brighton away from home? You guys seen the Man City defense? A couple of passes, you're in for a chance like 1-on-1, and that happens often. And I'm not saying that to be like edgy or anything. It happens every game now. It's like it's a trademark for City. You're a couple of passes, you're 1-on-1, or you're 2-on-2.
What I'm trying to say is though, City don't need to win every game then, because Liverpool just drop points. Liverpool can maybe get a draw.
So why are you assuming that? So can I ask you something? And I'm gonna go back to Liverpool. Listen, guys, I know that we're here to talk about Liverpool, but I know. But I want to ask Shez a question. Why do you assume that Arsenal will drop points and City not? What have you seen from Arsenal over 31 games that will tell you that City will not drop points and Arsenal will? Give me an answer.
Other than the Etihad, and the Liverpool way, I haven't seen them up against their toughest rivals yet. And that game is very hit and miss. Last year they won. Before that, they hadn't won for a while. I haven't seen them, even Manchester United away. Like, I think you beat them last season as well. But again, before that, it was hit and miss. So when they do that, then I'll sit here and say, yo, fair play. But every Arsenal fan will agree with me. Do you know why? Because if I told them right now, are you going to win every single game? They'll tell me, yeah, we can, but it's going to be tough. By them saying that, they kind of agree with me. Because, of course, they can win every game. Because in sixth form, they've got the best defense in the league. Their attack is efficient. But the problem is, Spurs away is going to be extremely difficult. Because they all have something to play for too.
Yeah, I'm not that worried about it.
Look, you are 100% spot on. Spurs away is a nightmare for all of these clubs. Yeah. Let me be real though. I'm actually going to say something. I'm actually going to be pretty genuine tonight. The truth of the matter is none of us can call it. The reason why I say none of us can call it is because I know there's a negative correlation between Arsenal and Cadbury's cream eggs. I'm still waiting to see it happen, but we know that Arsenal tend to struggle in April. April's just started. I don't know. That's not footballing analysis.
You learned a lesson last time when you talked so much and like it clipped you up for like 2 weeks. Like you don't need to talk about my club.
Then no, I'll talk about your club, mate, because you're going to come to my gap and I expect us to slap you up. Man City and Liverpool as well. With what we're seeing at the moment, there's no coherency. I said it before with Man City fans. I said, you guys haven't come out of gear 1. It's like a vehicle with the orange light on. It needs a service, and they kept believing that they were going to turn it on. And the truth is, City haven't turned it on, not yet. And there's only bloody 7 games left, so they might never turn it on this season, and they may or may not do anything. And then that performance from Liverpool today was extremely dusty and disappointing. I can't call it, to be honest. It's very, very difficult to call. It's just too. What I can say though, and it's obvious, Spurs are gonna have whoever beats Spurs wins the league. I think that's what it really boils down
Can
to.
I? I want to get Mike Das's opinion now. But guys, over 650 of you here, and we are not even, believe it or not, we are not even on 200 likes. Right, we're almost at 700 people. Guys, leave what you do now, and I'm gonna show you, because apparently you guys don't wanna do it unless I show you how to do the like button. If you don't know, if you're living under the rock for the last like 5 years on YouTube and you don't know how to do YouTube, this is it. You do this. You close the live chat right here. Okay, I'm trying my best. You close the live chat right here if you can, and then, oh my God, the like button look like this, people. I don't know why you can't see it. It look like this. It looks like thumbs up underneath the live chat, people. Thumbs up. Come on, hit the like button, people. I know I can't see it. Shit with my phone. Das, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that to say that anything is over is emotional and drastic. Before this game, the maximum that any team could gain was 94 points. Today, as it stands, the maximum that any team can gain is 92. Before this game, when we had 8 left, the most that I see us drawing and win the league was 1 game. So drop points in one of 8 and win the other 7. Unfortunately, that happened to come today. But to say that anything's over is ridiculous, because Arsenal have 3 tough games. Manchester City are a point behind, so it doesn't even matter if they win out. If either one of us win out, it's over, and they're just irrelevant to the conversation because one of us will lift the title. So I don't think that anything is over. But when it comes to this game, I'm not going to make too big of a deal of certain things. Kwanzaa made a serious error, but other than that, he was very good defensively. He was making great tackles. He was stopping counterattacks. He was breaking the lines, driving the ball forward. He just made a really bad mistake, and he's 20 years old. And if Joel Matip doesn't tear his ACL, Kwanzaa's still in the academy. None of you even know his name, right? I probably don't even know his name. And then ultimately, we were just way too wasteful in the first half. Everyone said it. Like Mohamed Salah skied it over the bar twice and missed a wide open goal on the left side. Luis Diaz even at the end of the game, even after all of that, Luis Diaz skies a chance from 5 feet away. Darwin Núñez missed a cutback to Szoboszlai, which would have been a wide open goal. Szoboszlai missed a 1-on-1 4 minutes into this game. Liverpool have no one to blame but themselves. I think that United got themselves back in the game, and then once they drew level to the mistake, they had a good 15 to 20 minute spell where they were really countering us and they started to actually show up. Then obviously Mainoo scored a world-class goal. Unbelievable finish from the kid. There's nothing that I can do to really blame any of my players for there. Maybe Curtis Jones could have closed down more, but I don't think it would have made a difference. It was a great shot and it was a very quick turn. I wouldn't blame Klopp for this, because it's not Klopp's fault that the front 3 missed every opportunity in the world. He did a good thing bringing on Harvey Elliott, because it completely changed us once he came on. He provided a spark. He's the one who drew the penalty. He was creating good delivery. But I think that Robertson was a little off. I would have liked to see Tsimikas come on. But Liverpool don't have anyone to blame but us. I mean, we had every opportunity to make that 3-0 in the first half, and United were dead. They were playing long ball. Like at the end of that first half, every United possession was Harry Maguire gets the ball, he passes it to Bruno Fernandes. Too many
excuses, to be honest.
I'm not giving any excuse. Liverpool completely and utterly beat themselves today. It's that simple. How many opportunities are you going to waste in front of the net? Eventually, a team like United in a derby are going to crawl back into it, and that's what they did. We made a mistake, and then Mainoo scores a world-class goal, and we're lucky to get out of there with the point. But that doesn't change the fact that it's our fault.
Klopp's fault that he chose Kwanzaa to play today. He cracked.
Well, no, he didn't have a choice.
Konate is there.
You know, Konate hurt his knee against Sheffield at the end of the game. The guy crashed right on it. I'm amazed that he didn't tear something. That's the reason why Konate didn't play today. But other than that, it doesn't change anything.
Do you think Darwin Núñez will cost you the title with the chances he missed? Like people said against Luton today.
No, because I could say that because I could say the same exact thing about Mo. I could say the same exact thing about Szoboszlai. I could say the same exact thing about Luis Diaz. Why am I going to pinpoint one player who's had to hit the bar a record amount of times when everyone else is missing goals? Mohamed Salah missed 3 fucking sitters. 3. Luis Diaz missed a sitter at the end of the game, 5 feet in front of the goal. Like, I'm not going to pinpoint one of them because all of them are underperforming. Every single one of them needs to look at themselves and say, I'm not doing my job. I'm doing an awful job at doing my job. I'm putting low effort shots, low effort passes, lethargic off ball movement, lethargic possession.
Can I tell you why Darwin Núñez has to be highlighted or no?
Are you going to talk about
would you open your mind? Would you open your mind a little bit to an argument here?
Darwin was shit. But
can I just let me? I'm going to tell you why Darwin Núñez is why people pinpoint to Darwin Núñez. You have a team already that had Mohamed Salah. He's part of Liverpool football team for years. Luis Diaz joined before Darwin Núñez, right? Cody Gakpo isn't a starter. What's the one new element in there that you spent money on to replace something to get goals? You knew that everybody knows that Mohamed Salah misses chances but scores goals. The new element, but my point is, you could not have changed Mohamed Salah. You could not have changed Luis Diaz. You already bought them. Darwin Núñez is the new guy. That's why it's exactly. Let me just explain to you something. Do you know why Kai Havertz is being targeted at Arsenal? Because he's the new guy. You cannot change the old guard. The old guard are there already. You always target the new purchase. It's either the new purchase either very good or the new purchase is taking you down. That's how football, that's how the world works. If I'm a company and I have employees and I know the defects of my employees, I know the pros and cons, and now I go and spend money and get a new CEO or get a new employee and get a new vice president, right? And he's not performing, I'm not going to blame the old guard.
But Núñez isn't that new. You've got Szoboszlai that's 70 million. That's new,
okay, that's fantastic. But Mike mentioned Szoboszlai. Yeah. But Mike mentioned Szoboszlai, but nobody. My point is, Darwin Núñez has been good. He has been scoring goals. But again, a game like today, he might have done better.
But he's not all
like
of them could have. He's
all
random.
Of them should have done better though. Like it's unfair to pinpoint any of them for today's performance isolated. Isolating today's performance, it's not fair because all of them missed a bucket of chances. Every single one of them could have probably had 1 or 2 goals based on the chances that they had, except Darwin. Darwin had the one shot that was deflected in the box, and the other one was from outside the box. The only one that I'll blame Mo for is when he tried to go the top right corner instead of going across the goal. Luis Diaz had his 5 feet from the goal. Szoboszlai had the one-on-one and just shot it right into Onana's palm. And then also he shanked the other one that was a cross. But it's unfair in this isolated moment to pinpoint any one of them because all of them sucked. And so if the whole unit sucks, what am I going to do? I mean, before the game, losing Jota is like the biggest thing ever. And if we had him today, I think it would have made a tremendous difference. But my counter argument to you is, who else are you going to put there? Cody Gakpo? You're telling me that Cody Gakpo? Are you going to tell me that Cody Gakpo is going to be the replacement for Núñez? We would have won the league.
I feel like Klopp's getting a little bit of a free ride here because everyone's seen that Liverpool have been running on this comeback thing every game almost, like against any opposition. Let them score first and then they'll come back with 2 goals or 3 goals or whatever and everyone will be happy. But you can't keep going to that bank and expecting it to still keep giving you money. I think you guys will come back.
Martin, can I just interject and say something here? But it has been working for 30 games.
Yeah, but it's not reliable long term. Like everyone was saying that. And I think there was a big kerfuffle about it because people were like, it's not sustainable. And Liverpool fans were like, well, it's sustainable. We keep doing it. So Salah obviously is a guy you can rely on, but you don't rely on Núñez. He scores randomly like 5 goals and then nothing for 5 games. Like he's not the guy to like.
If you're just going to look at it objectively, today was 2 points dropped, but we still have 71. We're tied with you. You have harder games than us. There's 7 games to go. There's 21 points to play for. There's nothing out there to say that Liverpool can't win all 7. There's nothing out there to say that Arsenal can't do it. Like, genuinely, this is going to probably be the tightest title race in the last 20 years. because it's probably going to come down to the last day. I mean, just like in my mind, it's literally going to come down to the last day. Everyone's going to be within a point of each other, and at that point, we're just picking straws. You know what I mean? Because it's like, from that.
The problem is, that analysis makes sense, of course. Like, if you in the future, you guys all might win 7 games each, and then we'll be like, you know what, you drew against Man United away. Here's the way it is. At the end of the day, winning is winning, and the small margins are small margins. And at the end of the day, this is the running. You knew what the running was. You know what the running is. You know how many points you need. Guess how many points you need? Maximum points every game, like you just said. So we have to look at these finer margins and Klopp's decision making and the transfers you've made, because this is the small margins that can help you. So Martin's going to sit here if he wins the bloody league and say, Havertz being that difference maker when he scores this many goals, being clutch in this many moments, those small differences were the manager's choice. So I don't know why we're sitting here.
And it's the third time you guys have dropped the lead, right? Like you could
have.
You
It's not the first time you've been in the title race and failed it. So I don't know why are we not going to sit here and talk about Klopp and talk about the players collectively today. Yes, individually today it was on them. No one's disagreeing with you, but why is Núñez there in the first place? Is he that good? Really?
I mean,
you're being objective. Not this game.
It's just a much deeper topic, and I don't think anyone wants to sit here and argue for an hour and a half over the last 5 years in the evolution of Liverpool FC and the fact that Jurgen Klopp has been the sporting director, and that's the reason why Michael Edwards left, and that's why we've made poor investments in certain players. But that's like a whole can of worms. At the end of the day, we are where we are. We lost a 2-point lead. We've sacrificed our queen. It's just that simple. Now we have to hope that we can win out all of our games, and at some point, Arsenal or City drop points.
Yeah, but you know what it is? I'll dismiss what I'm saying, because if you don't win the league, you'll literally be discussing what I'm discussing right now. Because you'll be looking at Klopp's tenure and like scrutinizing the decision making and stuff. I'm bringing up now
from a rival's point of view, yeah.
Huh?
From a rival's point of view, yeah, of course. But
no, what do you mean? As a Liverpool fan, you're going to be looking at the end of the season. How did Klopp do? Is how many years here? What do you mean? If you don't win the league, that's an L. Are we saying acting like
I don't know if it's an L?
No, because
you don't end up in how many? Can I ask Michael? How many title races have you been in, Liverpool fans? How many? What is this?
This is the third one. This is the third one.
The third title race, right? And you lose every single one.
Yeah, but like the thing is,
I'm not having a dig. I'm just saying, like, it's easy to say now, why are we going to talk about Núñez when this game collective issue? True. Why are we going to talk about transfers made 2 years ago? What I'm trying to make is these nuances are the small differences to win the league or not. Like if Havertz actually delivers in a Tottenham away game and scores the goal, now we're looking at numerous games he made a difference in.
Could you give another example, please?
But
okay, if you're going to go to that stance, then I can say the same thing about Arsenal and points in which they've dropped games, which they had no business dropping. Games in which they dropped points, in which they had no business dropping points in.
Yeah, but look at the reaction to when Arsenal drop points. If we drop points, the world is ending. We've bottled it. Like you guys have had 3 clear leads now, where it was in your hands, and you dropped the points, and no one's talking about the same conversations of like the mentality monsters that haven't pulled it out when they need to pull it out. So it's a bit of a difference.
If you want to do that and go into those narratives, that's fine. I mean, personally, I've never really been one to kind of follow those videos.
Just
it's 100% a narrative. But yeah, go ahead.
I think from an outside stance looking in, I think it's too early to start with these kind of narratives, because when you look at it, one of the classic things that we talk about in the Premier League is that the table doesn't lie. And if the table doesn't lie, then Liverpool and Arsenal are the best 2 teams in the land. They've got the same number of points, for crying out loud. And then in third is Manchester City. So all of the minutiae, we can do the minutiae to death. The truth is, at the end of the season, we will see who had the bottle, who had the kahunas, who could take it over the line. But to do the kind of minutiae at this stage, when the league is so tight, it's very, very difficult. And that's why for the first time, no, I hear what you're saying, but I had to say
you are missing my point though a little bit.
No, I'm not missing your point. I'm just saying I had to say for the first time this season, I can't even call it. as much as I would like to see Arsenal fall off from a cliff, it's not happening. I can't see it before my eyes. So the best thing I can say is it's an unknown. It's an unknown as to what's going to happen.
We're just holding the top spot for you, mate. We're waiting for you to overtake us, like you said was going to happen.
Mate, just cool, because anything can happen in this world. Can I just be real with you? I will say this though. We're not going to finish above Arsenal this season, and that's perfectly fine. However, there is a however in this though. I will shake my bum violently if Spurs beat Arsenal at our gaff. That for me is a reward. If we could beat Arsenal and derail,
that's your Champions League final.
Mate, I'm not gonna lie, it is for this season. Finishing fourth, getting Champions League, and slapping up Arsenal at our gaff. That is perfectly fine. And then next season we can
praise Christ, you do.
And green.
Guys,
That's what I'm
I hear that, Susha. I was the same way today.
I'm in the chat. Deji finally said it. Oh my God.
Mate,
but Will Stewart hasn't yet.
I did the numbers. It ain't looking likely. They got a result against City.
Like
they got a result against Brighton. I can't now. I'm not here to chat rubbish. Do you know what I mean? It's
well, I thought you saw the movie of what we did last summer.
But that doesn't mean Arsenal can't finish third still. I'm just saying.
I saw the movie for Spurs, and the movie for Spurs is Groundhog Day, because you guys just win nothing every year. So you can watch, you know, what we did last summer.
You need to chill, because you need to actually win something before you start talking with that kind of chase.
No, I can talk shit. I'm top of the league, so that's
you know what I mean. So just
you
relax.
You are for now.
So it's yours to lose, yeah, Martin. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, honestly,
Okay.
yo,
exactly.
This is the whole positive narrative for Liverpool now. Now we've already done our bottling, and we've got 7 games to go, so it's no longer our title to bottle. Now it's Arsenal's. But here's the thing, though: if you guys drop points and then we gain, now all of a sudden it's going to be our title to bottle. So eventually, honestly, there's probably going to be like 5 straight weeks where we each go back and forth with each other. Oh, you bottled it this time. And then they're going to say, no, they bottled it this time. Honestly, like the word bottler just pisses me off. Like it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, we're watching sports, like seriously, but regardless, anything can happen. And Spurs, for all we know, Spurs could beat all of us. Imagine that. Imagine that.
You know what? Thank you for saying.
But Mo, 2 points is a lot. It's a lot different than like
2 points and 1 point or 3 points aren't. But yeah, if you are 5 points ahead of the second team with like
5 games remaining, sure.
Like what you guys did against Manchester City, and if you're 7 points like Arsenal last year, and you literally collapse, and Man City play the second team in the last 2 games, that is literally the definition of bottling the freaking league. Come on.
Of course.
We're not joking here, right?
But holding a 5-point lead in January and losing that's not bottling the league. That's the ebbs and flows of the Premier League in a super tight title race. That's pretty much all I'm saying. I think that at this point we're getting.
I want people.
And it's actually disingenuous with other teams.
I want to shift the narrative.
If you say Liverpool bottled
it. Thank you.
I'm Egyptian.
Thank you.
And people accuse me on this channel is that in having I never criticize Salah, and I never talk bad about him, because I'm Egyptian, of course. But I'm not gonna be the guy. So who's gonna talk about Salah? Is it great?
He was shit.
But I'm saying, bro, KDB had to hold his smoke when he went to Anfield and he got held back to like 60 minutes. Bro, Mohamed Salah, bro, against Sheffield, he was a mid, and then today. Even in the FA Cup game, bro, he scored the pen. Good for him. But other than that, he didn't. All I remember him is hitting the ball into the rosette. That's all I remember Mohamed Salah doing today. Every single time the ball got into the box for him, he just kept shooting it over the bar constantly. He wasn't winning his duels. I just think this is meant to be the best forward in the league. Maybe not the best player. Maybe we still hold KDB to that standard, right? But at least the best forward in the league is meant to be Mohamed Salah. He's been doing it for a consistent period of time. This is probably his last title race at Liverpool, unless your next coach does miracles for you. This is the last really chance that he has winning a Premier League. You're Mohamed Salah's in legacy debates. He probably wants to end up being the best Premier League winger of all time. If you don't win this league, you're meant to be the main guy. You're meant to carry Liverpool over the line. And in games like this, where your other 2 forwards are struggling, in Darwin Nunez and Luis Diaz, You're the senior guy in that team. You're meant to
course.
carry them over the line. You're the one that's meant to be scoring the winners. So I don't think Darwin Núñez should be holding the smoke. It's Mohamed Salah, bro. You're the guy. That's the what's it called? That's the responsibility and accountability.
Thank you.
As the guy of the football club, score the goals. Old Trafford, because he scored a hat trick 3 years ago at Old Trafford, is meant to be his playground. That's meant to be his playground. Well, you were at your playground. What did you do last 2 games at your playground? Nothing.
But okay, the only thing that I'm going to be fair,
Mohamed Salah is the highest, has scored most goals against Man United at Old Trafford ever in the Premier League.
yeah,
Bro, he scored one hat trick against
I'm
the
just
worst
putting
United
this-
team ever.
No. He's scored more goals against United than any other player in Premier League history. But regardless of that, he passed it today. He passed Shearer today. But listen, regardless to that, the only caveat that I'm going to give Mo is that even though he hasn't been scoring with the rate that he should be, and he's been shocking in front of goal, what he has been doing is providing service to players who let him down. He provided the unbelievable ball to Luis Diaz against Manchester City that led to a one-on-one that he botched. He provided the ball today to Dominic Szoboszlai that led to a one-on-one that he botched. He's provided many passes. I mean, listen, if Darwin Núñez had 5% better conversion, Mo would be on 25 assists, right? Because all of those chances were created by Mohamed Salah. So yes, in front of goal, he deserves the criticism because he's been incredibly wasteful and he's been rushing finishes. He's been mishitting shots. He's not even hitting the target. He's not even hitting the post. He's completely missing the goal. But outside of that, creatively, he has been incredibly effective. It's just that the service is landing to players who can't hit the broadside of a barn on a one-on-one. And I can't blame him for that. So finishing wise, I'm down for the criticism.
So can we say we're seeing like a slight decline in Mohamed Salah then? Like obviously the creative bag is there, but in terms of the finishing, the shot power, the precision.
I mean, age catches up to everyone. And Mohamed Salah, 32 years old? Eventually you're going to see those fine margins slimming down a little bit. I do think he has been a little bit rash in some of his finishes. I think he's been rushing things. He's also coming off of the injury. So maybe I don't know what his health's like. I don't know if he's actually 100%. Maybe he's sitting at like 80, 85. Who knows? Kind of like De Bruyne. I don't know if De Bruyne has been 100% healthy since he's come back. But the finishing is the only thing that I'm really willing to super criticize him on.
Plus, everyone knows Mo very well. Like he gets multiple players marking him the whole time.
Thank you.
Yes, you too, Judge Mo. But yeah, no one's going to leave Salah unmarked anymore. I think he's had to change his bag a little bit to do a bit more of the creative stuff. But he's the only guy who will make the right pass under pressure for Liverpool. Whereas maybe Gakpo won't have the same marking or Diaz or that like that. So yeah, I don't think it should all be on his shoulders. But you can't keep relying on him forever.
Collective effort today. It was a collective effort.
In my opinion, the one who should actually hold court today is Jurgen Klopp. And people aren't talking enough about Jurgen Klopp.
For what?
I thought the tactics were fantastic today. They were great.
But what else? I mean, look at the amount of chances we created and the amount of times that our players shit the bed.
Suppose like stayed too long on the pitch.
100% agreed.
Do you want me to tell you the truth? Suppose like played based on merit today.
Yeah, Harvey Elliott should be starting. I 1,000% agree.
Or Curtis Jones.
I don't think Curtis is.
Why are people so reluctant on blaming Jurgen Klopp? Why is that so hard?
Fairy tale.
The farewell.
He's so reluctant on putting any blame sometimes on Jurgen Klopp. Sometimes you just have to say it.
I blamed Jurgen all last season. I blamed Jurgen at the beginning of this season. But the thing is that this year his substitutions have worked. I mean, we have the most goals off the bench by we have the most goal contributions off the bench by double the next. I think we're at like 37, 38, and the next is at like 18, 19. So he's been very good this season. I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, what more could he have done today other than put the ball in front of the goal and tell them kick it? You know what I mean? Because yes, Szoboszlai shouldn't have been on the pitch for so long. Harvey Elliott deserves to start based on the way that he's been playing and coming into games. But outside of that, Curtis Jones still isn't 100% healthy. That's why he's not playing 90 minutes. Jarell Kwanzaa is in because Konate's not fully healthy. We don't have Trent. There's no other player that I would have put in there because Jota's hurt. And I wouldn't have wanted Cody Gakpo to start. So like the variations that we could have possibly had today are just like they're like the margins are very small.
Do you think
Maybe
you
he
guys
made
are
a.
missing Allison?
I don't think Allison would have made a huge difference today. I think
No.
Jota would have been the huge difference. I think if you put Jota in that 9, we score 2 in the first half. I think if Jota's there, it's completely different. Because if you give him the ball, he's going to score.
People want me to blame Salah. Guys, okay, Salah was absolute garbage. And I said that on my video. He was trash. He scored a penalty with composure, but that's about it. I'm not going to sit here and just have a whole show criticizing my Egyptian guy. Simple as that. Simple as this. Let me do the super chats, guys. Guys, over 1,000 people here. Can we get the likes a little bit up? A little bit up, guys. The target is 500 likes now. 1,000 people is no excuse. Let me do the Mo. It really hurts, but league is done for us. Can you? Omar, you're so dramatic. That's what I'm talking about, people.
It's
so
just
dramatic.
ridiculous. You're acting like this was the final day of the season, and now we're 140 points behind.
Husam thinks it's over, right? Husam was like, it's done.
Husam said that, yeah.
Because I think Doyle said it wasn't done.
I don't sit here and call out people, but I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna be within probably half an hour viewing Husam on the show. Husam kept saying we aren't winning the league, and then now when it happens, it's saying I told you so. I hate that narrative.
It's ridiculous.
Terrible.
It's actually,
I hate that narrative.
ridiculous.
No chest.
It's not about chess. It's about, you cannot tell me in the first half when Man United has 0 shots on target, 0 corners, 0 everything, that Liverpool should not be winning today's game. That it wasn't in their hands. It's not that Liverpool were an inferior team today. Liverpool were definitely the superior team today. And on paper, they should have won it. And on the field, they should have won it. They just bottled the game. You don't tell me that people predict bottle. Like people predict that, oh, I'm going to bottle the game. You can't. You can't analyze the game based on that. You just can't. I don't hear it. I'm not hearing it. I don't get it. And I don't think how people think like that. Mr. Khan is saying, Mo, we need to talk about Mickey van de Ven now because he scored a goal, a banger, right? He made the mistake in the goal they scored, the first one. Listen, I'm a big fan of Mickey van de Ven, Mr. Khan. Big fan of Mickey van de Ven. I was putting him team of the season earlier, but he made a rash mistake. He needs experience. He literally went with Gibbs White, and instead of staying, the allowed Hudson-Odoi to run behind him. Should have stayed. If he's experienced, he needs more experience. But yeah, banger of a goal, to be honest. Imagine your team last league was in 1961, Deji. Imagine that, Deji.
I'm not imagining that. I don't need to. Well, I'm not looking back. I'm looking forward, and I think the future's bright for Spurs. But yeah, we can imagine that all day long. It doesn't change anything. What I'm looking forward to is what my gaffer said. My gaffer expects my club to be in a title challenge next season, and that just fills me with joy.
Yeah. Mo, are you really deflecting the blame on Salah again? Yes, I was. I admit it. Yes, 100% I was. Enigma, but thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate you. Comdin, if Arsenal win the double this season, does Teta surpass Klopp Premier League legacy?
Well, the double wouldn't matter because the double is not a part of the Premier League, so.
What?
He just said if he wins the double.
You know what it means.
I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you how. Technical. Okay, Mike, this is how we analyze managers that coach in the Premier League. By the way, that's not me. That's since the 90s.
He knows that, Mo. He knows that. He's just being cheeky. He knows
they assess your tenure coaching an English club in Europe and locally.
Look at his smile. He knows.
If Arteta wins the double, I think he surpasses. Like,
obviously he does.
100%. Shadow of a doubt. People want to tell me, but Jurgen Klopp has been in 2 title races.
He helps Liverpool.
There's 3. And
I don't know. I wouldn't say he surpassed him because I think he would have to defend it because Klopp wasn't able to defend it. So if he could defend his title, go back to back.
Klopp. Let's also just forget about the 800 million pounds.
Klopp didn't defend the league, right? When Klopp won the league, right, he didn't go back to back.
If he does the double in his second
wait. Mike Griggs, what are you saying?
I said because Klopp, Liverpool never went back to back, right? Under Klopp, they weren't able to defend it. If Arteta wins the double and Arsenal defend the title next year again, then I'll say he's over Klopp.
Bro, winning the Champions League and the Premier League in the same year is an achievement. It's only topped by a treble. You don't understand that.
I still wouldn't say Arteta.
So Arteta, the novice manager. Okay, here is the statement, right? for Arteta, the novice manager, to go in both competitions where everybody wrote them off and win both is probably a bigger achievement, right? Okay, I'm gonna say it, guys. Arteta winning the double this year is a bigger achievement than Pep Guardiola's triple last year.
That's crazy. No,
What?
I
That's
agree.
just
I
ridiculous.
agree. I agree with that statement.
no.
And that's a
I agree
very
with that
okay.
statement.
I'm not okay, and hear me out. That's not me saying that the double is better than the triple. I'm saying individually for the coach, if Arteta wins the double with this Arsenal team, it's a
Yeah.
bigger achievement
I
than
agree.
Pep Guardiola winning the triple with arguably one of the best teams I've played football in the modern era, Manchester City last season. And I
I'm a
will
Chelsea
double on
fan.
it again.
I'm a Chelsea
You know what?
fan. I
We've
agree with
got
that.
we've got
Oh,
Oh,
7
good.
games
We're
to
gonna go off
go.
achievement. Then Ranieri's like, because Ranieri has the lesser league, bro. So that's the best achievement.
Okay,
I'm just gonna.
I am
7
comparing it
games.
to Pep Guardiola. I'm not. I don't think any achievement in the Premier League is compared to Ranieri winning the Premier League with Leicester. I don't think
Facts.
ever, by the way, ever. Like in my
I don't
lifetime,
think-
at least
He's not-
in my
well,
lifetime.
I mean, yeah,
That's
they
what I'm
were-
saying.
they-
Your
they-
legacy shouldn't be based on the one.
They were
achievement.
5,000 to 1.
I'd
What was
say
the odds?
Klopp.
Yeah,
I'd still say
5,000 to 1
Klopp
is crazy, bro.
I still
It's
say Klopp has a
absolutely
better Premier
crazy.
League legacy than Arsenal's because, bro, he still had more
And
competitive.
I
seasons
don't think
behind
that's a crazy
Yeah,
take.
he has
By
a
the way,
better legacy
I
for
don't think
now.
it's a crazy take at all. By the way, if Arteta wins
Yeah,
the
Griggs, why are
double,
you defending
I
yourself?
agree with. I agree
No,
with
because,
that.
bro, because I think Arteta can end up surpassing Klopp's legacy. I'm not saying he can't. He probably will end up surpassing. I think Arsenal are going to win
oh
multiple
my God,
leagues in the
Man City
future.
fans are triggered already. What is so hard to understand? Arteta, the novice manager,
Whatever.
his
He's not a
first
novice
job,
anymore, though.
the
I don't
student
like using this
takes
novice
a
thing
team that
anymore.
everybody said they are bottle jobs, they're not good enough. If he wins the double, which is I don't think it's gonna
that's
happen.
hard.
It's
No,
the
mate,
Why
now
are
you're
you?
going
Why?
too
Why?
far.
You? Why are you just
Like-
forgetting about the amount of money? You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Now you're taking it too far. Now I disagree with you, man. You're just winning a little bit. I'd say them winning a double itself will surpass Legacy because he hasn't done that, and he would have achieved 3 trophies in like half the time, basically, nearly. Half
Okay,
the time
wait, no,
versus
1 second. I
Jose.
have a question then. Does then Arteta surpass Jose? Because Jose Mourinho never won a double in the Premier League.
How many Premier Leagues? Jose
See,
Mourinho
I
won?
am not saying.
No,
I
no,
am
no,
not
wait,
saying
wait.
this.
Conversations
No,
I am
that's
not
what I'm
saying
saying.
this.
That's why I'm saying that logic doesn't work.
I'm
That's
not.
why I'm
No,
saying that
no,
logic
no,
doesn't
no.
work.
Subjective.
How many
It's
Premier
still
Leagues has
subjective.
Jose Mourinho won? Answer the question.
He won 3.
And how many has Klopp won?
One,
Klopp
bro.
won.
I still don't.
So
Bro,
we're talking
It's
about
Jose
legacy.
Mourinho.
Premier League legacy is winning the Premier League. It's not competing. What are we doing here?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
It's
I know
not.
that,
It's
but,
not.
like,
It's not your legacy
legacy
is not
is
just about winning the
whatever.
league, in my
What do you
opinion.
mean it's
No,
not
it's
just
not. It's
that?
not just about
So
winning the league. It's not
so
winning about
what do
winning
we
the league.
count as
Bro,
like?
because Arsene Wenger, because yes, a lot of his legacy Wenger isn't just about winning the league. It's about how he changed the league in
No,
itself
but
without his
no,
footballing style and stuff like that.
We're not
That's
doing
part
this.
of your
We're not
legacy.
doing this, Briggs. I like you. We're not doing this. Let me land. We're not doing this
That's
rubbish.
legacy though. Legacy is
reason
not just
why-
about your
no,
achievements.
no,
It's
our
Our
about your
legacy
impact
will
on the
change
sport.
in November 2025.
No,
That's all I'm
now,
gonna
you're,
say.
now you're doing the most. Okay, let me explain to you. Those things you're talking about are added on to the fact he won Premier Leagues. So when you win, people then speak about the things you've done to win. Like Pep has revolutionized the Premier League. On top of his trophies, it comes together him being a great manager. That's how we look at football. No one cares about like, oh, he brought a different style. What did he win? Nothing, but it was fun. No one cares about that. This is how football is.
Rivals don't, but I mean, I'll always be
I-
grateful
I-
for
the
what,
fan
for what
base
Klopp
will,
did.
The rivals won't.
The only
The
reason-
football-
I think for me, I don't think Arteta can off one double. I don't think he surpasses Klopp's legacy. I think he would have to win 2 Premier Leagues to surpass.
Bro,
Legacy,
a double-
schmegacy,
He doesn't
whatever.
surpass Klopp's legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
He
But
makes it
the
uncomfortable for
achievement-
Klopp, though. It makes it uncomfortable for
Yeah.
Klopp. It
But
makes
to
it
If
achieve
uncomfortable.
Arsenal win the double, if
with
Arsenal win the
Arsenal,
double,
it's mad.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
crazy.
it's insane, and every Arsenal fan will remember that for the rest of their life.
The
And it's just
content will
it's
be
just
That's
that
like
simple.
Tottenham winning the double.
It's just that
mad.
simple.
You have to
No,
think
legit.
I want
about
you
it.
guys to visualize it. Just
I
like
don't
picture
like
it.
all these comparisons that everyone likes to make.
Bro,
It's like who
I'm
fucking
telling
care?
you.
Who cares about legacy?
If Arsenal
Wow.
win the double, some YouTube channels will shut down.
But
Of
new
course,
ones
like
will
couple
come
of
up.
3
It'll
months.
be
I
fine.
promise
It
you,
will
bro.
replace them.
Yeah, every
Some
Spurs
people
fan- every
will
Spurs
not
fan-
be able to-
I will be clapping for them because City won't get a 4-peat. And you know what? Sometime if they win out, that means they won their last 8 games in a row, which means that they fully deserve to have the Premier League title. If you win out all 8 games to finish a season, what am I going to do?
7,
Scary
like
to say.
7.
No, and
Seven.
but I'm saying that if we were looking at it from the
Okay.
Manchester
I
City
need to
game,
finish. This is a good super chat. Actually, that's how you use a super chat to spark a conversation. I love these super chats. If Klopp is a bottler, sorry, that's what Shez is saying. Had enough of him. 3 titles, yes. I'm a Liverpool fan. Still Diaz
Yeah.
and Salah, not good enough. City will win the league again.
I got 115 things to say, but I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
What does that have to
He's
do?
a
I
Liverpool
mean,
fan.
where
Right?
was the lie? Where was the lie
What
there,
does it
though?
have to do with Man City winning that? What is it, Mike? That's a very cheap response to a Liverpool fan. What is 115 or whatever? What does it have to do with it? Like,
I mean, listen,
Jurgen Klopp challenged, right, for 2 years and didn't win the league.
you're right.
could have
You're
won.
right. But
By the way, if one small details went your way, you would not have been 115. But because they didn't go your way, you're saying 115.
I mean, listen, regardless, given I mean, the problem is that we're just taking everything out of context and we're just saying, we're just looking at the table and we're just pointing. We're saying 97, 96. We're saying 93, 92. We're not looking at any of the context surrounding that. We're not looking at the money spent. We're not looking at the lack of investment. We're not looking at the differences in ownership. Like, there's so much more to a title than just I scored 93 and you scored 92. If the world were that black and white, the world would be very different. But it's not
black and white
because there's context.
Okay.
But
Tarun,
whatever.
yes. Go ahead. Last thing.
No,
You wanna say
no,
something? Okay.
you-
Tarun,
okay.
Tarun is saying Arsenal can only bottle the league if you honestly feel that we are favorites at this point in time. What is your definition of a bottle job? I literally told you, Tarun. Let me respond to that. Arsenal cannot bottle the league from here. The fact that they're top with the same points as Liverpool and 1 point in front of Man City with the toughest run, I don't think anybody, if Arsenal lose this league, can tell them you're a bottle job. So that's the definition. The definition of a bottle job is you having a good margin and a good lead on the second place, and then you bottle it and it's in your hand.
So then with that logic, Liverpool only bottled one of those leagues because in the others we were the ones who were chasing Manchester City. So how could you say
we never said that you bottled two.
No, I know that.
I think you're
no one says you bottled it. No one says you bottled it.
No one said you
previous super
bottled the
chat.
league, by the way.
Previous super chat. The one before this.
Oh, Andrew,
He
he's a
said he
Liverpool
bought-
fan.
I know that, but I'm just explaining.
You rattled you a
If
lot,
that's
innit,
where you're
Michael?
gonna go
You
on,
rattled you a bit, innit?
I'm just
You rattled
explaining. I'm just trying
Yeah,
to
you
explain the
definitely are,
definitions
dude.
here. Just trying to explain the
Andrew
definitions.
said,
If we don't win, even with this tiny lead, everyone here will say we bottled it. It's just a
I won't.
No one
I-
will say that.
Mo,
I won't.
You will
I won't.
say it.
Shaz is
I
not.
believe you.
I know Deji will.
That's the name of the game, though.
I know that for a fact. Andrew,
But yeah,
is
he's
saying,
a
"I'm
rival.
burned out by Klopp. Big games tactics in one way." I don't think Andrew. He's not. He has multiple ways of playing. He can
We had
defend.
6
as well.
expected goals today. We scored
Yes,
2.
he's
How is
saying
that
in
tactic?
18-19 and in 19-20, Mane is bigger than Salah and Pool won majors. Mane has never been bigger than Salah. Just I'm establishing this. Mane
No, but
isn't
there
even
was
on
a
the same pedestal.
that's unfair. 'Cause there
Mane
a
was
season-
great. Okay, Mane was great, but Mo Salah is different level. The consistency.
I think there was a
No,
season.
you could definitely
Michael
make the
was wrong.
argument that in 18,
The second half-
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
season when
also-
Mane carried Liverpool for a minute.
22-23. I'm sorry, 21-22. The second half of the season was entirely Sadio Mane.
Second
Yes, I
half of the
remember that
season,
one. Yeah, that's what I'm
after
saying.
the AFCON, yes. In the first half of the season, Salah was playing an amazing.
Of course, he was playing out of his mind. Then he loses.
that's
in the
what
final,
I'm
and then he
telling
fell off
you.
the cliff.
That's what I'm telling you. Mane, some Liverpool fans used to say Mane is a very, very moody player in the games and in the season. He would go a while in the season without scoring. Oh my God, this agenda against Mohamed Salah is disgusting. And I know why. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting from people. It's absolutely disgusting. One of the most consistent players in the history of the Premier League. 7 seasons, he has been very consistent. It's disgusting. I'm going to sit here and defend my guy Salah forever. He deserves, like, it's only CR7 and then Salah on the wings. It's disgusting, to be honest. It's
Hazard.
It's disgusting. Hazard,
Come on.
screw Hazard, bro. Hazard is good. Absolutely joy to watch. Joy. But his consistency is not there like Mohamed Salah.
He's retired right now. That's all I have to say.
He's not as consistent as Mohamed
we
Salah.
can't do
He's
that.
joy to watch. Fantastic player.
Why, he's
Enjoy
younger than
every single bit. He's not as compared to Mohamed Salah.
So Wayne Rooney was watched a little bit.
Wayne
earlier,
Rooney is
sometimes
different.
he's
So
an
for
all-time
me,
great.
you know, when I did the team of the all-time team of the Premier League, I put Wayne Rooney up top.
Of course.
I put Wayne
That's
Rooney
top
up
two.
top. Mo and the panel. How do you see the Zerbi and Gasperini style of build-up play and formation? Also from the memorable one season mentions Ami Zachary. Who do you rate bigger than 18, 19? Icardi at Inter or Pistoroli at Piatek? And it's a very complicated super chat.
Yo,
But thank you
Piatek,
for the
that's a name
support.
I haven't heard in a minute.
Piatek, the one that played for AC, or Piatek at AC. I don't like Icardi as much. I think that Zerbi deserve better players. Thank you, Deji. It's all right. Thank you, Deji. By the way, I know you have a show. Peace, Deji. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you, buddy. So this one is play for me. I think that Zerbi deserves a better team, in my opinion. Deserves a better team. Let me fix this. And Gasperini is done at the top teams. He's never going to coach a top team again. I don't know if any of you here know Gasperini, who Gasperini is.
Yeah, Atalanta. The Atalanta team was fun.
We'll see how he plays against Jurgen Klopp then. We'll see how he plays against.
Did Gasperini ever coach you, by the way? I feel like he did.
Yeah,
Europa League champions, baby. That's all we have.
He got sacked up, I think, about like 11 games. Like
this football is fun, but the Zerbi's football is more consistent for the top
Zerbi
level.
football is great, in my opinion.
Zerbi needs better players. We haven't seen him with good players, really.
Yeah. We want Dan Carlito saying we dominated, but Klopp isn't fault here. Here is my $2. Okay, but it is Klopp's fault.
Yeah.
People
He's saying it's Klopp's fault, which is ridiculous. So just
why it's ridiculous?
No, I think he's saying
look at the stats.
He's saying sarcastically.
Look at the stats.
He's saying sarcastically.
Okay. Never mind. I'm just an idiot.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thanks for the super chat. Andrew Wright is saying, bring on Ruben Amorim, 5-4-1 defensive, winning the lead. Oh, people really flipped on Klopp.
Tom Little's. This is Tom Little's legacy.
This is crazy, bro.
This is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, you guys are acting like we're 5 points behind. You guys, like,
Mike, just admit it. You're Klopp out. You're Klopp out, aren't you?
Well, actually, listen. at a point last season, I was almost there. It was his fault. It was entirely his fault. But today,
he hasn't won you in the leagues recently anyway.
Was you not blaming Pep?
Listen. I was chasing all those leagues.
You went to laugh.
I was chasing. I was the one who was chasing, and that's going to be my get out of jail free card. I didn't have the lead. I was chasing the leader, and I failed. So you know what? That's fine because I didn't start with the lead. Someone else did. And they were more perfect. So what am I going to do?
Guys, I need to finish all the super chats so we can move on to like other topics.
Yeah.
It is crazy. Level on points with Arsenal having a tougher schedule and Champions League while still ahead of City. Pool are still favorites.
There's an argument there.
There's an argument there, yeah, Kevin, that Liverpool have the easiest run-in and they are still on points with Arsenal. Yes, Kevin.
We definitely have the easiest run. We definitely
look at the meltdown on Watch Al Ahwa. Watch Al Ahwa after this, guys. Watch the meltdown from HUSAM.
If we win the title, HUSAM's not allowed to celebrate it. He's not allowed to celebrate it.
Deep that 5 years in management, guys. Deep that 5 years in management. So
disingenuous.
He needs to say
disingenuous. Why? What do you mean?
Arteta, by the way.
Arteta. What do you mean? He's only 5 years in management. Yeah, he's a novice manager. He's still new.
No, but
he studied under Klopp. Pep for how many years?
Okay, what do you mean studied?
No, but
he was his assistant.
What do you mean? What does that mean? I'm sorry, guys. You know that means nothing in football until you actually manage a team. It means nothing.
The 5 years.
You guys remember Carlos Queiroz? That was assistant to Ferguson. You guys remember the assistant to Alex Ferguson? Until you manage your own club and your own team.
Michael, you've got to use a different angle with this conversation. It's not that he studied under Pep. It's that he's Arsenal's manager. By being Arsenal's manager, there's a certain degree of pressure and expectation. So whether he studied under Pep or studied under a book, there's expectation for him to win. So forget the 5 years thing. He's Arsenal manager. Martin's not going to sit here and be happy with competing for 10 years, is he? So,
well, I don't think I'm the best guy to ask because I've never been Arteta out, but I didn't plan to talk about Arteta. I was trying to get
lying. No way.
No, I never won.
That's a whole other can of worms.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
How do you know? I've been in the YouTube chats like fighting everyone for years. It's hilarious. I've got receipts if you need them.
Comdean is saying Arteta spent an average of 35 million on each player. He had to change 25 players. 700 million on that many players is different than 700 million on 15 players. 100%. That's what people forget to put context. Is that, and also there is a difference in recruitment. They really recruited badly. Is it down to him? Maybe. He's a player I have to blame, also down to the recruitment. But however, some of his signings have been hit, and the way he developed players have been very, very good. So come on, don't do that. But thank you, Komdin. Omar Rushdie, Mike, saying Mo all on his shoulders equal excuses for others. Mike, that's you.
Mike, saying Mo all on his shoulder, excuses for others. I said that this was a collective, disaster class. I said, if you were going to point anyone out, you need to point out Mo, because Mo is the big ticket. Mo is the guy who is going to get you that goal. But it's everyone's fault because they all missed 4 or 5 different chances. So, like, I don't think it's fair to point the finger to anyone, and I wouldn't. But if you held a gun to my head and say, do it, well, I'm gonna name my best player who missed 4 opportunities in front of the goal, because I expect him to score at least one of those. Whereas I don't expect Darwin Núñez, or I don't expect Szoboszlai to score those, because I didn't buy Szoboszlai to score me, 20 goals a season. I did for Darwin, and he is what he is.
Yeah. The cat killed curiosity. Thank you so much for the massive donation and the big super chat. Saying, to be fair, with such thin margins, none of the players should be cooked for fine margins errors. Yes. Thank you. Someone with brains. All the 3 had a superb run. Whoever wins it, kudos. And Spurs should be last one to have a say in this. But actually, Spurs will have a big say in this. You guys believe that Spurs? You guys believe that Spurs will have a big say in this title race?
Huge, huge.
If Spurs beat City, it's like hilarious that
if Spurs get a point,
and yeah.
Hold on, Chelsea play who again?
Arsenal.
That's it.
Chelsea play Arsenal away, and then Arsenal and City both have to go to Spurs. Spurs come to us,
and Arsenal got to go to Old Trafford.
And City's never good.
Mike, we're good. We're good. You can throw that game first.
Listen.
I don't want to throw a game.
Listen. I don't care about the rest of the games. I have a vendetta, and that's the one that has to be a win. If I drop points, like honestly, whatever, it's not going to be against Tottenham, because I've got a very thick bone to pick. We need to just destroy.
Let me finish these, because someone wants to. Somehow someone wants to talk to Shez about this. 18-19 Mane was the 3rd best in the world after Messi and Van Dijk. Yeah, Mane had absolutely fantastic season sometimes, but Salah is very consistent. Banta Dio's here. Klopp 1 Premier League title, 1 Champions League. If Arteta wins the double, he surpasses Klopp's legacy, because he did it in a shorter time with less experience as a manager. Yes, I agree.
That's what I said.
Let him do it.
Absolutely, 100% he's right. The Kaka Hazard is Kaka's level, and that in itself is awesome.
I'm guessing they were having a dispute about Hazard and Salah in the chat.
Yeah. I can't stop the show in every. But thank you so much. Twinny Hardway is saying, if Arsenal win the title with our running, assuming we win the rest of their games, it should be the greatest title ever run. Here we go with overdoing it again. Winning 17 of 18 is crazy. I think that will be the craziest ever. No, Liverpool did it before already. Liverpool did it in the title win season. I think you won 18 in a row, then you drew a game, and then you won again.
I think the greatest ever title run was City 18-19.
No, I think it's Liverpool 19-20.
Well, okay, we won the league we won the league in March.
1920, Mike. They did a crazy.
No.
Run.
He's talking about like the title run in. He's talking about like the end of the
he's talking about the final. He's talking about like the final.
I think it's City 18-19, the Formidables as they call them.
Exactly, bro. They had 100 points.
That's cold, yeah. Ridiculous.
Amina, thank you, Amina. Why kept blaming Salah? Is the new defender of the Liverpool? Is he the defender of Liverpool? Why nobody's blaming Kwanzaa?
We did. But at the same time, Kwanzaa's 20 years old. Like, he made one mistake, and the rest of his game was superb. He was excellent defensively. He made a mistake. He cost us. He had a Steven Gerrard moment. But that's not. But then you can't look at just that one moment.
I really thought of Steven Gerrard
because you have to look at the rest of the game.
Oh my God!
The reason why
no one even brought that up. No one brought up Gerrard.
Oh my! I forgot that I thought about it when Kwanzaa made the mistake.
He gave it to
why did you remind us
He
of
gave
that?
it to
Now I'm
Demba.
thinking
I
it's the
know,
same.
I know. But like, regardless, it doesn't change the fact that you're just denoting everything that preceded that, right? But like, we should have gifted them that, and it should have been 4-1. Like, is my counter argument too.
A couple of more super chats before Dio, for some reason, he's here. Do you like to watch Pep Ball or Chaos Ball? I like to watch, as a neutral, I like to watch Liverpool way more than Pep Guardiola, without a shadow of a doubt.
And what about Arsenal?
But if I'm a fan of a club, I would like Pep to coach my team, not Jurgen Klopp, without a shadow of a doubt as well. I would definitely want Pep, if that makes sense. As a neutral, I don't like watching Pep Ball. It's boring. But if I'm choosing a coach, it's definitely going to be Pep.
It's
Akash.
Klopp for both for me.
Omar Roshdi saying, downgrade from Mane Firmino, but EPL is most fault. Thank you, Omar. Hey, Omar is Egyptian, by the way. That's why he's defending Salah. Yay. Amina saying, 20 years old, why put him on the pitch if he's still a kid?
Should we play with 3 center backs? Should I just get rid of all of my center backs? Should I just not even play with center
I
backs?
thought Konate was all right. He should have started even in half.
Konate was hurt. That's the reason why he's not. That's the reason why.
Okay, Dio, you got 10 minutes. I don't think we're going to talk about Chelsea today. I'm going to actually have me and Shez on a show by ourselves to talk about Chelsea. That's for a different day.
Oh, I thought away with it.
Okay, Dio, why are you here to say?
No. I just wanted to debunk this whole statement that Arsenal are the favorites. You guys need to pause on that nonsense first and foremost.
Nobody said that, by the way.
No. I'm just saying.
No one has said that.
Hold on. I didn't say anybody said that. See, I said I'm just here to debunk it. That's what I said. I did not say, oh, you said this. There's a big difference. So don't wear that cap yet. Just hold on. Pause. Yeah. By no standards are we the favorites right now, regardless of what anybody wants to say, because of the results today. First and foremost, we have 2 coaches who are arguably the best coaches in the world right now. In the teams. Yeah.
Dale, stop. We can be
hold on,
favorites. We can be favorites.
I'm going somewhere.
Yes, just wait. Let them talk.
I'm going somewhere. No. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, you know what?
We have 2 coaches. We have 2 coaches with a lot of experience in the other teams. That makes our coach the underdog when it comes to the coaching level. When it comes to the players, you guys have a lot of world-class players in your different teams. None of our players can actually be pointed at right now because they haven't done it yet as world-class. But I will say this. Currently on form, regardless of the fact that we are the underdogs, we are playing the best football, better than Liverpool and better than Man City. And we have the best defense because we're playing better. Still doesn't make us... Favorites. No, doesn't make... Let me tell you this. Favorites is if you have all the qualities. You've done it before. You've won it. You understand how to win it. You've been there. You are in the race consistently every year, in, out. You're there. That's somebody who's a favorite to get something, right? Somebody who's an underdog is, look, I've not gotten it before. I haven't done it before. I don't have what it takes to get it.
No, okay, so I'm
playing well, which is what has put me in the race, right? To be able to try to get it. The favorites will still be the people who have been there before, who have done it, and who already know how to do it. So regardless of how you paint that picture, left, right, center, whatever it is, boom. When we win the league this year, and I did not say if, my words are clear. When we win the league this year, next year, when we're in the title race, then you can say maybe we're favorites. That's the big difference in defining it.
So you can't say underdog when you say when. Like, if you're gonna say when, then you gotta.
An underdog until an underdog wins something, you can't be. Listen, here's how. If you put an inexperienced fighter who's an underdog against an experienced fighter who's a boxer, like a champion, right? You're like, oh, the champion is supposed to beat up the underdog, but for some reason the champion weaves wrongly and gets a left hook and gets knocked out. This new underdog has now become the champion. In the next fight, he becomes the favorite. That's what I'm saying. Just because,
no, 1 second, because you have some experience, because you were technically in a title race last year for a part of the season, and you have
and you bottled that one. You failed.
You
bottled that one.
You failed, and now you have that extra hunger.
Did we bottle it? Is that what you're saying?
So let's
7 points. 7 points.
I mean, Liverpool bottled it when they had 10 points as well. At one point in time,
of course we did. And guess what Liverpool did?
Of course we did.
No, but
Liverpool used that bottle as hunger to win the league next year.
But they were not. But they were not labeled bottlers that year. I remember very clearly. Everybody said, "Oh, they were in it, man. They were in it." The only reason you guys like to throw shade at Arsenal is because we've been a banter club for a long time, and sadly, you can't banter us anymore on our game. You know we're good. You know we're coming for you. You know we're coming for all of you's throne. You know it, and that's what you're all scared of. That's the reason you try to banter us now with the most. How can you say you don't think us? People say Arsenal's not going to win it, but they're going to bottle it. If you don't think we're going to win it, how are we bottling it? If
But
you
what
don't think
they're
I'm going to
saying,
win
Dale, is
something,
that we're
how am I going to
now.
bottle it?
They're saying we're
these people
favorites
saying all these
now
things?
because the
so-
experience doesn't matter anymore. We've got to the point where we should not think of ourselves as the inferior club, and our run-in isn't as hard as everyone makes it out to be. So yeah, we can go with this now. If they're going to give us a chance, I didn't think Liverpool were going to drop points at least till the end, but if they're going to give us a chance now, we got to run with it and not be afraid of it. So let them call us
see,
bottles.
but-
Let us
no,
do
but
it.
Can I
that's-
just say one thing though? Can I say one
Yeah, sure,
thing?
go on.
So you came on here to debunk people calling you like you can't say you bottled it because obviously the experience, because you haven't got any namely world-class players yet, because the teams are going up against. But no one in this panel, I'm just speaking on our perspective here, we're saying you haven't bottled it because no one actually can call who's going to win it or not. You man are seen right now on the same level as these two teams. And on current form in the season, you could even almost say the better team out of the three, points-wise and eye test-wise. So if you did lose the league, it wouldn't be a bottling, but you still lost the league some way or another. And in my opinion, you're one of the strongest teams to win the league. Yeah, I know you've got to play Tottenham away and United away, and just historically and intangibly, these games are difficult. But the way you guys are playing, your defense, your attack, your Declan Rice, for example, why can't people sit here and say Arsenal should be favourites? Is such a stupid term, but consider themselves strong candidates to win the league. Like, people could still say after the season, you missed the opportunity. Why can't people say that?
They're going to call us bottlers anyway. We've got
Not
nothing to lose.
bottlers, Martin. Because at that time,
No, but like I'm trying to get to Deo here.
No, I'm
because
trying to say,
we
like-
don't need to run this angle. I don't think.
Here's
I
the
don't
thing,
think the
though.
angle is necessary. Like,
No, here's the
nonsense.
thing, though. I mean, it's not even just. I just think that people want to find a way to just. Like I said to people, if you want to banter us, then say we're the favorites. Say it with chest, and then say that if you lose it because I'm calling you the favorites, then you bottled it. But they can't say things like, "Oh, you're not going to win. Liverpool is going to win. City is going to topple you guys," and then say, "Oh, you bottled it." Like it doesn't make sense. You can't say somebody is not going to win something. You've already put it forward like we're not going to win. So, like, if I asked anybody on this panel, do you think Arsenal is winning the league?
I think they are, personally.
I don't think it's tough. I don't think you won't. I don't think you can't. Sorry, it's hard to score.
It's hard to call, but I'm sitting with people and I'm hearing. I've been on panels where people are like, "Yeah, well, you're not going to win it, but you guys are going to bottle it." And I'm like, if you don't think we're going to win it, how is that a bottle job?
But you said you're going to win it. So do you?
It's only a bottle job. It's only a bottle job.
Because you said you're going to win it. Yeah, just general question. Yeah. So you obviously think you're going to drop points somewhere, right? Or you're going to win every single one of your games. How do you see it playing out?
I think we have what it takes to win every single game.
So that's how you're going to win the league. That's fair enough.
That's the only way to win the league at this stage.
Well, that's why I was so glad with
Liverpool
Liverpool fans, because they didn't say that.
No. I'm saying best case scenario for everybody, not just for Arsenal, for everybody. Let's say going forward now, Liverpool win all their 7 games, Arsenal win all their 7 games, Man City win all their 7 games. Let's just say going forward, best case scenario for all 3 teams, they don't lose any games, they don't drop no points, and everybody goes on to win all their 7 games. The only way we're winning the league is by doing that. On if everybody wins their games. Like, I don't want to think about who's dropping points or not, because you can't depend on another team to give you the headway as a yardstick. Your job is to make sure you win every game by game, and get it to the finish line, because they're going to try to do the same thing. So at the end of the day, it's going to be that one on points difference. Now imagine Liverpool going on to win their 7 games by 3 goals or more every game, and Arsenal going on to win theirs by 1 goal or more, which means Liverpool could catch up to our goals difference if they win 3-0 in all their last 7 games. No, I'm just saying. No.
You guys have what, 8 more than us? That's a lot.
I'm just saying. Let's say I'm saying best case scenario for all 3 teams. Like, everything just starts to click for everybody. The only way Arsenal. No, I'm just saying, in case that happens, the only way Arsenal wins, because he's asking me how do I said best case scenario, we have to win every game. That's the only way we win.
Deo, is it in our hands?
It's in our hands right now.
There we go.
It's in Arsenal's hands right now. We have to win every game.
No,
game
but
by
Martin,
game.
I think it's the people aren't going to say you bottled it because the points difference is not big enough to bottle it. Like there is a like.
I'm not even saying we should worry about it. I just
I don't think people will call you bottlers, but it will still be funny to rivals. But it won't be like you bottled it. It'll just be like
Yeah, bro, that's just football banter at the end of the day.
Yeah,
You're
it's
gonna
just
have
all
to
banter.
do that.
Exactly, bro. We're talking about the tightest race in 20 years.
Exactly.
Like whoever wins it, wins it.
Yeah.
Like seriously,
If
like
you win
whoever
it,
wins
you
it,
win
wins
it.
it.
If you
Wallah
lose it, you
al-azim,
lost.
if City wins it after all of this,
Then
we're
they'll
all
I'm just not even gonna
If
watch.
City
I'm just,
win it at the end of all of this.
I'm gonna switch leagues.
Oh my! We
I'm
should
gonna
shut
go
down
to
the
France.
Premier League. Call
I'm
it
gonna go to
something else. I
PSG.
swear to God, like just call
gonna
it
chill
Man
in
something
City's,
else.
Paris.
Man City's Premier League.
I'm a
That's
full-time
what-
championship.
Yeah, just call it something. Call it Man City League or
Call it the
yeah.
Etihad League.
Oh yeah, like
That's what you call it.
seriously, if they win it at the end, shut down the clubs. You know what? Like
Sheikh
shut down
Mansour
the,
FC. That's
Oh
just
my
we're
God,
gonna
like,
call the whole league
call it
Sheikh
Shark,
Mansour.
yeah, Sharks or whatever. Oh my God, bro! After all of this talk on Arsenal playing out of their skin, Man City aren't the same, and we're doing shows, bro. Like we're doing analysis. I'm sitting on panels, bro, and I'm like doing analysis. Man City are exposed. Man City are vulnerable. Arsenal won against them. Arsenal tied them at the Etihad. Liverpool did, and then at the end, they win it.
At least we don't have to hear from
fucking shut
Vader
it
about
down,
how
bro.
we drew at Etihad and as it was going to cost us the title. That narrative's dead now, so we can move on.
Shut it down then. Anyway, let me do a couple of these super chats. 4-peat and then 4-peat. Imagine Man City win another treble. I think they should shut down football or kick Man City out of football.
Soon,
or Pep
soon to be
has to be
kicked out.
forced to resign.
Soon to be kicked out. Soon to be kicked out.
They can have an oil league and a non-oil league, and then that'll be the way to do it.
Anyway, let me do a couple of these. Ryan, no, congratulations. Oh my God, so dramatic. Watch. Read
I know this is ridiculous.
It's so
This is
dramatic, guys. We're
the
gonna
average
finish after
Liverpool
these
fan.
We're gonna finish after these super chats, guys. I know Shez has a show, and I have a show on Al-Ahwa as well. Congrats to Arsenal for winning the title. They won't drop any points. We will also drop points at Everton, Nunes, and Sabozlai. Get out of my club. So dramatic. So dramatic.
Ridiculous.
Omar Rushd is saying if you are 20 points ahead, but you didn't do it, bro, you're gonna go, Dio? It's gonna be 2 minutes. Let me read the super chats because some of them are directed to you. If you're 20 points ahead, but you didn't do it, bro, not favorites. Okay. Dio equal egal. Wisdom. Dio equal egal plus wisdom. Don't make us favorites. Oh, I love this.
It's your league, the bottle, not mine anymore.
Big up, egal. AMT saying we cannot be the underdogs if we are expected to win the rest of our games. Does anybody disagree with that?
That's wrong,
That's
bro. That's
No,
wrong.
it's not. That's right.
You just said that.
No,
You just said that.
No, listen. An underdog remains an underdog until they win. It doesn't matter if they win all their games. As an
That's not
underdog,
true.
as an underdog,
What do
listen.
you mean?
That's not
No,
true.
what?
As an
What?
underdog, hold on, Chaz, please. Let's be reasonable when we define things, right? Let's look
I'm
at it
using
together.
your words, David.
No. Let's define it again. Listen to this. An underdog remains an underdog until you win. Let me explain why that is. It is simply who is the least of the three teams that have done it before. That is the underdog. When they win, then they no longer become an underdog. Just because you're winning your games doesn't now make you no longer an underdog to people who have done it before. A former champion, Mike Tyson, is a champion, right? If I get in there and I'm trying to become a new champion, until I get that belt, I am still an underdog.
I have a question then.
I'm still an underdog. That's all it is.
Hold up. If the gap was 3 points right now, right, between you and the other two teams, would you then say you're still the underdog because you haven't won it before?
You're an underdog. You're an underdog.
You haven't won it yet. You haven't won it yet.
Listen. You're still an underdog because you haven't won it, but you're the favorites to win it now. You're
No,
the
that's
favorite.
changing the narrative,
Listen.
man.
You're the favorite.
I get his.
Let me explain. You are the underdog. You are the underdog because you haven't won it yet. But you're the favorites to win it because you have
the
3
narrative
points
changes
ahead.
from underdog to favorite depending on how you're seeing it.
You know the problem is there. You know
What the
Yo,
situation
wait.
is.
Hold on. Stop. Everyone, stop. Dio just said we're the underdog because we have won it, but we're favorites because we're 3 points.
No. He gave a scenario.
both.
Mo. He gave a scenario. He said, "What if you were 3 points ahead of the other team?" And I said, "If you have 3 points, people will look at you as the favorites to win it because you have points difference."
You believe you're the favorite
Listen. Let me finish. Doesn't change the fact that you're still an underdog to those teams because those teams have done it before. You haven't done it. You're still an underdog with just 3 points lead. That's all it is.
Okay.
You can't change from an underdog to to suddenly no longer an underdog just because you have 3 points lead. When the season ends and you've won something, then you're no longer an underdog.
Bro,
You
I'm not
remain
gonna
an-
lie, that's soft.
Okay, wait.
Okay, go ahead, Mike.
Okay,
Go ahead, Mike.
I just want to use his own analogy. If Mike Tyson fights another fighter, it's a 12-round fight. If Mike Tyson loses the first 11 rounds and they go into the 12th round, is he still the favorite to win that fight? Is he not an underdog to win that fight? Like, using that logic, then
Hold on, say that
basically
again. Say that again. Say that again. If Mike Tyson fights a fighter in 11 rounds, in
Okay,
11
wait,
rounds,
Yeah, like,
complicated
up and coming
analogy.
fighter. Yeah, up and coming.
Think,
fighter.
think
Yeah.
about it, right? Mike Tyson fights someone else. He's the favorite going into it. He loses the first 11 rounds. It's now round 12. Is the underdog no longer the favorite? I'm sorry. Is the underdog now not the favorite? He's won the 11 first rounds of the fight.
but he's still,
There's one round
but
to
listen,
go.
but he's still fighting Mike Tyson that we know can knock him out in it with one
So
punch
then,
in half
okay.
a second. So you're still facing City and Liverpool who have done it before. You still remain an underdog till you
I
win
just say
something. That's
something.
what
I
I'm
know you
saying.
want to move on.
It
So
doesn't matter.
Michael, I just want to add to your
The
point. so we can
trophies,
close
the
this off.
trophies make you.
Problem
The
is, David, the
trophies,
problem
the
is-
trophies take away the
David,
label.
I have to end the
Mo,
show.
please, Mo, quickly.
right.
This is a good conversation. Here. You can clip it all. The problem is there, yeah. You're talking to us about. I think we can win these 7 games. We must win these 7
That super
games.
chat is good as a
But
good
then-
super chat, by the way, for this analogy. The Leverkusen are Leverkusen underdogs right now, being
With
up
16
11 points against Bayern
Yes,
Munich.
yeah.
That is
16
bro.
points.
End the
Yes,
stream,
they
bro.
are.
That's defeatist
Listen,
mentality,
hold on.
bro. But let's
Listen,
move on.
no.
Let's
Let me
move
explain
on.
to you why.
That's
Leverkusen have
Arsenal
not.
fans in a
Listen,
nutshell.
Leverkusen have.
fans in a
Listen, you
nutshell.
see, this
Look
is
at
this is
Martin
where
with the shades. Fantastic.
Leverkusen has not done this before. Yes,
They have. They're
listen,
16
listen,
points ahead.
Listen,
Doesn't matter if they've done it before or not.
listen. They've won. They're going to win the trophy when
Yes,
they finally.
stop. When they're
When they
winning the league,
listen, when they
we didn't
listen,
look at them as underdogs
Liverpool-
anymore.
listen, Chaz, they are going
Based
to win
on
the
this
league.
logic, Vegas
When they
is
win the
fraud.
league, they
Betting
can't call them underdogs. They have a wide gap. We don't.
Okay.
No,
In
but
this
when
race.
they beat
Okay.
teams-
Hold on. I got him there, and we're in this conversation. So Dio, it's about the number of points. So the argument that Mike said, it's Mike's mistake that he said 3 points. If he had said 4, you would have been favorites and you want underdogs.
Like if
Yes?
you're
Okay,
if you're in the
got
position
you.
that you're going to, if you're in the position that you're going to win without
So
any
how
lead that
many-
you know, then yes.
How many? Okay, I'm gonna ask you one question.
Yeah.
7 games left. How
Mhm.
many points do you need to be favorites to win the league?
If we were like say like 8 points clear at this point, 8 points clear at this stage, then I
Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay, I need to finish.
come on.
I need to
Come
finish
on.
Super Chats because I'm
Yeah,
done.
no, listen,
Guys,
hold on.
I'm
Mo,
being.
Mo,
I'm
Mo,
being.
Mo,
Hold on,
Mo,
you're
Mo.
done.
Hey,
Dio,
listen,
you're
8 point
done.
head start.
points
Dio,
for
you're
you.
done.
Mo,
That's
you
2
asked
losses
me,
to
no,
2
Mo, you
draws.
asked me personally, said how many points do I think? The truth about it is the
Hey,
people that
that's
listen,
2 losses and
listen,
2 draws.
Okay,
hear
There's
what
only
I'm
7
saying.
games left.
Dio,
hear what I'm saying. The people that
last
Oh
words
my
by Dio.
days.
Go ahead.
the people that we're going up against are not teams that you can give any. We saw it last season. We had how many points up on Man City, and they came and still caught up. So
Okay.
my point is, let's not make it sound like it's unfathomable that these guys can catch up to you, even if you had like a 5 or 6 point gap.
I'm in
Okay,
Europa
catch
League.
up.
Mike,
I am
don't
the biggest
respond. They
underdog.
didn't finish.
So,
Okay,
so
guys,
my
I'm gonna respond to the super chats and I'm ending the show right now. Miko is saying, bro Mo, I'm sending the super chats because of Dio. Simple, smart, and logical. I just caught him. He just explained a topic someone would spend 1 hour arguing about in less than a minute. Spot on, Dio. Love this guy. I love Dio. But sometimes he said 8 points with 7 games left.
2 losses, 2 draws. Deep it.
8
7 games
points
left.
with 7
no,
games left.
no. At that point,
Dio,
you
that's what you
misunderstood me.
said.
You
Don't
misun-
correct
No,
yourself.
We
Mo.
don't need to hear
Don't
you guys.
correct yourself.
No, I said if we had an 8 points lead at this point, like we already let's say at this stage, we have 8 point gap between
I
us
need
and
to-
number 2. Then I would say
That's
right now
still
that
2 losses, 2
Okay.
draws.
listen, no, I'm not talking about the games we're going to play. I'm saying let's assume with 7 more games to go, Arsenal was not at 67, 70 right now, 71. Let's say we were at 79 right now, and the next person was at 71, and there's still 7 games to go. I can confidently then say, hey, listen, the league is ours, we're winning, we're no longer the underdogs because of the gap. But when the gap is not that wide, there still has to be an underdog in the story. That's all I'm saying. Like Leverkusen has a 16
I need to,
gap, so,
guys.
you know,
This is it. I need to finish
that's
this.
all I'm saying.
Subin is
Leverkusen
saying,
underdog.
how is nobody talking about how Liverpool are not bottling it right now? It was never in their hand, guys. They were 1 point ahead with a tough run in. Nobody's going to bottle this league, guys. Right now, when they were 8 points ahead of Arsenal in January.
We also had a game in hand. Arsenal had a game in hand.
Arsenal had a
when
game
we
in
were 8
hand, so
points.
it's not bottling. I'm sorry. It's
5
not.
points technically.
Okay. Miko's saying, and no, Mo, he means Mo, you are right. Arteta is a rookie manager. He's been coaching for 5 years or less. Actual coaching, Klopp and Pep have been doing it for more than 15 years and have managed more than 3 teams. Klopp. Absolutely. 100% wrong. Underdogs don't win all games. Facts. Thank you, AMT. Sorry, I meant Mo, not no. I know. I read the second super chat in my previous super chat. Sorry for murdering your name. It was a typo. Appreciate the support in super chat. Of course, Yusuf is saying, so Liverpool's in the underdog. We answered that. They aren't.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Okay.
By definition.
Dayo. Let's agree to disagree, Dayo. And I think you're not making sense. To call Liverpool's underdog is crazy now. It's crazy. And even like when they were 10 points ahead, not 16, they were definitely favorites. Muhammad Farah is saying, Inter fan from Canada, 20 leagues loading. Yes. 20 leagues loading. I want to thank all my super chatters. You guys are absolutely brilliant. We actually have not discussed anything but your super chats for the last hour, believe it or not. That's how you use super chats. I want to thank Dayu, Shez, Mike Das, Deji, Griggs, who we didn't talk about Manchester United enough, and Martin with the shades, of course. But Kobe Mainoo today, special goal, of course. Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool bottled it. Dayu came in, and Shez, we didn't get to talk about Chelsea. You got away with it. Appreciate you guys. And we are out of here, people. See you guys later. See you tomorrow with Tom and Nobbins and Rory in the morning for a fire show. And stay here. Go to watch Al Ahwa. It will be fire. We'll see you guys.
Leverkusen are minus 35.